Welcome to Profit Doctor TV. This is John Patrick, your Profit Doctor. And today I'm going to read a letter to you that I received from Tampa, Florida. And it reads, "Dear your Profit Doctor, lately my cash flow has been looking sick. Symptoms include increased age of my receivables, increased need to call my customers for payment, increased staff frustration, and decreased cash flow and profits. Can you help? In desperation, Charles, CEO." Well, Charles, I'm glad to tell you that your condition is very easily treatable. I diagnosed it as being polyciosis, which is a condition that's caused by lack of having an established policy. And so it's something that you can very easily fix by simply posting what your expectation is, what your office policy is, somewhere conspicuous within your office lobby or waiting type area, and also something that you can provide copies to at the point of service, or if your customer doesn't come in repeatedly in a shorter span of time, might be something you want to even mail to them. Just let them know you have established a policy. I think there's two benefits to that. One is it establishes very clearly with the customer what the expectation is. So certainly it helps them to understand how to behave, if you will. But also it sends a strong signal to your staff that you understand the resentment perhaps, or you understand that it's very uncomfortable for them to be put into a kind of a confrontational situation with a customer. That person sitting at the front counter or the reception area doesn't want to feel like they're out there on the front lines having to do battle, because they're going to see that person again. So that makes them very uncomfortable, and I hear that feedback all the time. But by putting together a policy, it actually does allow them to, for the lack of a better word, hide behind the policy. They don't feel responsible for what they're about to say, but rather it's something that was agreed upon at some point in time, or that the customer has been notified about. So as a result, it's not coming from them, and as a result, it makes it much easier on them as well. So I think you'll really find a significant change in both of those regards. Now, what should be included in your policy are things like what payment is required up front, if that's the way your business is put together, what allowable forms of payment you have. Could be check, cash, credit cards. If so, which credit cards? Do you accept terms? And if so, what are the maximum number of payments that they're able to make as you're setting up terms? Is there a broken appointment charge if they fail to show up for an appointment, if you've set aside time for them in your business? You know, if you charge interest or billing charge or service charge, what that rate is and when it's applied. And also any fees that might be associated with things like NSF checks or credit card chargebacks, copies of records, documents, that type of thing. There may be some other things that are you know, that pertain more to your particular business that you feel it's necessary to kind of put in writing. But my prescription would be simply to put that in writing, get it posted, get copies of it out to your customer base, and you'll find significant improvement in the very things that you mentioned. So thank you very much for bringing that up. It's a real world situation, something that I deal with all the time, and I know it's at the heart of any business owner or CEO or someone that's responsible ultimately for the business. Until next time, take 2 doses of cash flow and call me in the morning. This is John Patrick, your Profit Doctor.